Greetings, I'm Barrett and welcome to Meet Me at the Table. We're going to begin our hunt phase in Kingdom Death Monster. And on top of that, this video is also going to have the intro for our showdown. We're going to set the showdown map up again as well. But we're not going to do the showdown. I just thought putting both those together into one video will then maybe not make the showdown such a long video and these so short. We can combine some of the stuff together. Now before we start, I do want to say I've created another miniature for Gold Moon. Gold Moon is wearing her White Lion gear. Now, this is the full White Lion gear set. She's actually not going to have the full set when she gets to fight this White Lion, but this is what it kind of looks like. And I even gave her a little bone dagger here, so she's got that. She doesn't have anything in her other arm because, well, really she doesn't have anything to put in her other arm. So she's just going to have that arm like that. So we're going to go ahead and put her back over here. Now, what are we going to fight? That's a great question. In the last video, in the comment section, I asked people to vote on what we should fight for this hunt phase. I had three major decisions. There were basically three different ways that people were voting. One, fight the White Lion. The other one, people were voting, fight the antelope. And the third set of votes that also said, I would love to see the antelope, but I really think you should fight more of the White Lion because we need some of his resources. It'd be really great to get this full set moving into some of the harder fights that are coming up. So since the community chose the White Lion again, we're going to begin to set up his hunt track. So we're going to take all of his hunt cards. We're going to mix them up here. We're going to lay them out. 1, 2, and 1 back here. Now we also have our hunt event, basic events. We're just going to put a couple of those out just like that and put our lion right there. So there are hunt events all laid out. If you're ready to see if our characters can hunt this White Lion and set up the showdown so we can take him out, then I need you to meet me at the table. So to start the hunt phase, we have to choose what character is going to move down the path. We're going to choose Caramon. This is Caramon right here. He looks like that. He's going to go ahead and see what is behind this card. Lion in heat. It says the darkness is filled with an unearthly screeching and yodeling. Huddled together, the survivors close their eyes but cannot sleep. All survivors suffer 1 brain event damage. Oh, that's terrible. It's something we don't have a lot of. So here's our character sheets. We're going to have to lose 1 insanity. Okay, well, here we go. Caramon's going to lose 1. Gold Moon's going to lose 1. And Gabrielle's going to lose 1. She's going to go down to 1. Now, Gabrielle's got a lot. She's definitely going to go down to 3. But we have an issue here. Tannis doesn't have any. Tannis has no insanity. So we're going to go ahead and check his box. Now, when he actually gets the fight, he has some stone noses, so he's going to be at least be able to gain an insanity when he steps onto the board. Now, the other thing I have to do for each of our characters is give them all an extra survival from when we left camp, thanks to our hovel innovation. So these guys each have 2, and Gold Moon's going to have 4. Now, Gabrielle can't gain anymore because our max is 4 survival. All right, now that we've gone ahead and done that, let's continue down this hunt track. So we're going to go ahead and move everybody up, and we're going to have Tannis, go ahead and take a look at this hunt event card. Let's see what befalls Tannis. Marked territory. The White Lion has marked this area. If any survivor has 3 understanding, they realize the area is covered in ammonia. If they have not innovated it yet, the survivor settlement gains the ammonia innovation. Well, sadly, we don't have 3 understanding on any of our characters. Oh, but on the bottom here, I have to roll a random hunt event. Oh, those are always fun. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to take our 2 dice and roll a random hunt event. This is going to be our 10s and this is our 1s. Let's see which one we get. We got 63. That was a 3. Let's make sure we get this right. All right, 63. Let's go read that in our book. 63, look at this. It says feet, and we got some feet up here. It says, the stone faces ahead are replaced by an expanse of stone feet sprouting from the ground. The survivors walk soul to soul with the feet. If any survivor is insane, They are convinced they have reached the underside of the world. They clutch the ground for dear life, terrified of falling off. Their recluse terror slows the survivors and attracts unwanted attention. Roll once on the hunt event table for each insane survivor before moving on the hunt board. If any of these rolls result in feat, ignore it and re-roll. If all survivors are insane, they fall off the underside of the world. The survivors are dead unless the settlement chose survival of the fittest. Well, we're in luck. Not all of our survivors are insane, or this would be probably the worst event ever. If they did, the survivors bite down hard on the feet. The teeth grind against the stone as they refuse to let go. At once, the feet shatter, revealing ordinary stone faces beneath. Set all survivors' insanity to 0. Each survivor suffers the shattered jaw, severe head injury. Do not roll on any additional hunt events caused by feat. Okay, so that was absolutely out of control. Now, I only have one insane survivor. Tanis is not insane. Caramon, and I also don't think Goldmoon is insane. I think only Gabrielle is. She has 3 insanity, and if your insanity is 3+, you are insane. So we only have one insane person, so we only have to roll once on the hunt event table. Let's see what we get. There's our 10s die. We got a 75. All right, we're going to go check out what 75 is. Wow, this is just all one hunt event. 75 says, oops, this isn't going to be good. Stumbling through the darkness, the event revealer crashes into the ground, crushing their lantern beneath them. The living light inside the lantern becomes agitated by the survivor's clumsiness and burns a piece of gear. The event revealer archives one gear of their choice from their gear grid. Now it says the event revealer, and I believe that's going to be Gabrielle because she's the one that rolled the dice, even though Tanis is the one that revealed some of the cards. So she's going to lose her waist location gear. It's the cloth armor. Now the problem is losing this is going to make it a little unbecoming to her because she's going to lose her waist, but that's okay. We're going to go on and see what happens. So again, we get to move all our characters up. Now we have to go ahead and pick the next card. I think we're going to have Gabrielle pick it. She's not insane, and I'm afraid if I buy something else that's going to cause us the revealer have to reveal because she's insane, it's going to be bad news. All right, it says random event. We're going to have to roll a D100 on the hunt table. The roll above is, for example, a 35. This is how I've been doing it before, 10s and 1s. And I don't actually know why she's going to pick it because she is insane, but that's okay. We're going to roll and see what happens. We got a 91. We're going to go see what 91 is in our book. 91 says, the beginning. The survivors stumble upon the scene of their settlement's first hunt. Whether they've seen it themselves or heard of it through stories, they immediately recognize it. Seeing the spot of their settlement's first triumph is electrifying. Each survivor gains +1 survival. If the settlement has sage, each survivor gains courage, and if it has storytelling, each survivor gains understanding. We don't have sage or storytelling, so each survivor gains +1 survival. So if we look at our characters, it's not going to help Goldmoon or Gabrielle, but Caramon and Tanis are both going to go to 3 survival. We've got a massive amount of survival. We're probably going to be able to take this line down without too much problem. And that's going to be thanks to Surge. I know I should have probably picked it up that other time, but Surge is going to be absolutely awesome. We're able to use that in between actions to actually perform actions. So if we can hit them maybe even a couple times each turn. We're going to go ahead and move our brave party up, and then we are going to go ahead and showdown against the White Lion. So let's go take care of setting up the showdown. So we're going to go ahead and start by putting our White Lion right here in the middle of the board. Then we have to pick our terrain. Now, of course, we start with tall grass. We get 2 tall grass. Now, before we put those out, I do want to mention the last time we did a setup video, I mistakenly, this is supposed to be our debris token. I actually put this thing on the board. As you can tell, there's a little bit of difference there. So I have to make sure I get the right tokens out there. Thank you for those that helped me figure that out. Now on top of the tall grass, we have to shuffle these up and gain 2 more of these terrain cards. So we're going to grab this one, and we're going to grab, let's go with that one. All right, and let's see what else is going to be in this area when we fight our White Lion. The first one is Survivor Corpse. If a survivor moves through the space occupied by this terrain, they suffer brain damage equal to monster level. Oh boy. Or we can scavenge it. It says gain +1 insanity on a 1 or 2. On a 3 through 5, gain +2 insanity and 1 random basic resource, archive the terrain. And then 6 through 10, 3 insanity and the skull basic resource. Whoa, this is going to be really good. All right, let's hopefully, we'll have to, where does it say to put it?
set up at least 6 spaces from all other terrain. Okay, that's where we put this one. The next one is, oh, the bug patch again. We got this in the last one. Roll a d10 on the scavenging, and we get to add +1 if we have a scavenger kit. Well, I don't have one. We don't get any pluses on this one. Nope, doesn't matter, don't have a scavenging kit. At 1 through 3, something happens, and on a 4, we gain 1 random vermin resource. Then we archive the terrain. So we're going to go ahead and get these as well. So now we're going to go ahead and put our 2 tall grass. Something I haven't mentioned before while setting this up is you can actually match your terrain pieces right up to what the card has, which is what I should have done with the debris one in the last one. But I want you to be aware that these pictures are exactly what's on the actual terrain card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we're going to put it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we need to put it here because we have to be 6 squares away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And remember, we like to start in this tall grass because we get a bonus. We're going to put this one down here. I kind of like that same setup. Well, you know, we've been doing the same setup for a lot. Let's throw it up here instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can put a person there, a couple here, another person somewhere else. Now, we also have to put the bug patch. It says set up adjacent to the monster. So we're going to put it right next to the monster like we did last time. Let's go ahead and put it right up here on top. Now the last one we have is our survivor corpse. And again, if we just kind of match it up, it's the same thing. So we got the right one. It says set up 6 spaces from all other terrain. All right, so I think we're going to set it up over probably down here. So we've got this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can put it down here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can put it right about, maybe right about here even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, sure, right there. It looks pretty good. Look at this poor guy. His lantern's busted and everything. Oh, that poor guy. All right, we're going to put him right there. Hope now I don't remember where I put it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're good. Yep, we're totally fine. All right, and let's make sure that bug patch is right, and let's make sure our tall grass is placed correctly as well. Set up at least 4 spaces away from all tall grass. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, we're totally fine. So we have all our terrain out there. Now let's go ahead and put our survivors out there. We're going to go ahead and put, I think we're going to put, actually I lied. We're going to move this here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got a plan, kind of. It's not a very good, now it's never a good plan. All right, we're just going to go ahead and do that. Caramon's going to stand here. We're going to put, you'll list 6 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can go way in the back there. That's totally fine. Now we got to put Gabrielle somewhere. She's got the bone axe. Oh, look at this thing. This thing's awesome. We're going to put her in the tall grass right here. Now here's our trick. This person I have to try to be tricky with, because if I can get her to do her pounce maneuver, that'd be awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think right here. 1, 2, 3. Yes, that'll be perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's 6 squares away. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're all perfect. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. So if everything goes according to plan, which it never does in Kingdom Death, my goal is to have this guy move forward and her pounce on him. That's going to be the plan. Let's see if it happens. We'll have to find out in the next video. But now that we've got our guys and stuff out here, we have to set up our White Lions AI deck. So like I've done in previous videos, we're going to take 7 of our basic ones. These are all of our basic attacks. We're going to go ahead and mix these up, and I need to take 7 of them. So we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Those are those 7 of them. Now we're going to have to take all of our cards that have an A on them. We're going to take them, mix them up, and we're going to see which one of those we get. We're going to put 1, 2, 3, and that is going to make up our White Lion. We're going to mix up his AI deck here, and we're going to see what befalls our poor survivors at the beginning of this fight in the next video. We're going to put that down here on our AI deck. We're also going to take, of course, this hit location deck. We're going to put, well, first we're going to put his basic action card right here, and we're going to go ahead and mix this up a little bit. And then we're going to put that down here. And I believe we're all set to go with our monster. So that's complete. Let's go check on our characters. So here we have Tanis. Tanis is all set to go. He's wearing just 1 piece of armor, but that's okay. He's hopefully not going to get too much into battle. Now he has that cat eye circlet, which is absolutely amazing. It says reveal the next 3 monster hit locations to put them back in any order, and it's an action to do it. And now that we have Surge, I believe he can do this in the middle of some of the actions that are being performed. So we could maybe find out what we're hitting even after we have gone with him and want to try to find out something else. He also has 2 founding stones, so if we do find something we like, well, we might as well throw a founding stone and get a critical hit. Now he has these stone noses, so he's going to gain a survival and an insanity on arrival. So let's go ahead and give him that. He's up to 4 survival. Wow, that's going to be really good. And of course, now he has 1 insanity. At least he's got something. And we're going to give him 1 armor to the waist. Now that's Tanis. Now, Gabrielle here doesn't look like she has a lot going on for her, but she actually is doing okay. She's got a skull helm, a rawhide vest, and rawhide boots, and she's got her bone axe. This thing's awesome. Now, the problem is she's the one that lost the gear to her waist, so she doesn't have that anymore. But we're going to go ahead and fill these in. We're going to get 3 to the head,
1 to the body, and we're going to get 1 to the legs. So she's all set to go. She's got some pretty good hunt XP, and she has the axe proficiency. So hopefully we're able to do at least 1 wound to the white lion during this encounter so she can gain more proficiency in her axe. Next we have Gold Moon. Now Gold Moon of course has 4 survival already, and she at least has 1 insanity. And she has the Orator of Death fighting art, which is going to be awesome. Now she has 2 courage and 2 understanding, so she hasn't reached any of those milestones. She also has only 1 hunt XP, so when we're done, who knows, maybe we might get a whole bunch of stuff from him. Now, she has the white lion helm, boots, and coat. So she's going to get 2 on her head, body, and legs. And she also continues to wear her cloth armor here, so she doesn't have anything for her arms. Let's just hope she doesn't get hit in the arms. She has the bone darts and the bone dagger, and the reason she has those is because we can connect them together to give her +1 movement based on this item right here. Now, some people have said, well, don't you write that on the card? Normally you could. I try not to because I move stuff around so much. Sometimes I forget what I should be taking off and what I shouldn't. So I try to make sure I cover both things, where this is the base character and then the gear does itself on its own. Now, of course, as we continue on, we get a lot more pluses and minuses or something. If I'm really starting to screw that up, I will start transferring the gear over to here as well. But for the time being, the way I do it is I put our permanent stats here, but then our added stuff from our gear stays on the gear and not on the sheet. Now, the other cool thing about her is she has her white lion cloak, where I can spend my movement and my action to move 3 spaces in a straight line. Then, if you move 3 spaces, activate a melee weapon with +1 strength, and her melee weapons are these daggers. Oh, that's not the daggers. Are the daggers. And they only give +1, so she'll be getting +2 strength with these, and she gets attacked 3 times, and she gets 7+. Oh, okay. So I'm hoping this white lion coat is going to really activate a lot and help us out in this game. Moving into our last character here, this is probably going to be our tank. Here, let's take a look. This is Caramon. He has 3 survival, and he's going to gain even more. And he has 1 insanity already. He also gets +1 strength, which is going to be pretty awesome. Now, he's rocking the entire rawhide set. And the reason he's doing that is because he's probably going to stand in front of this lion and take the punishment. Now, our completed 1-arm set is going to allow us to add +1 armor to all the locations, and we have the ability to gain back survival if we roll well enough. So instead of getting 1 to all these, I'm going to get 2. So he's going to gain 2 to the arms, body, waist, and legs, and he's going to get 3 to the head because of our lioness headdress, that says you may wear this in addition to 1 armor at this location. So I can wear this on top of the red rawhide headband. Now, of course, he also has these stone noses, which we're now arriving, so he gets a survival and an insanity. So he also is up to 4 survival and 2 insanity. So he's doing pretty good too. Wow, he has so much survival. It's absolutely ridiculous. So this is going to be Caramon. Now, there is one thing I forgot. We also have this lowly ant. I forgot about our lowly ant. We said we were going to give this to Gabrielle, and that's what we're going to do. This lowly ant's going to go to Gabrielle, and it says, archive this to swap your insanity and survival values. So if she ever needs to get more survival, she can just swap them since she's the most insane. So the last thing we have left to do is place our resources there, and let's put our, terrain cards right over here, so I'll forget them. No, I'm going to try not to forget them. I won't forget the terrain cards, but I have been known to forget, of course, those severe injuries. So like we've said before, we're going to put our severe injuries down here next to where our white lion stack is. And that's it. Our survivors are ready to take on the white lion one more time. Again, I apologize to all those that want to see the antelope. I guarantee you you'll be seeing the antelope very soon. I know this is probably going to be the last time we see this white lion for a while. Now, of course, you can upgrade that white lion to a white lion level 2 or a white lion level 3. So as we play through, we might see the white lion again. But again, it's going to grow in strength, and it's going to grow in damage. It's going to grow in how tough it is and how many cards it has. Instead of 10, it has 15. So this character may be seen again. I apologize. This monster may be seen again. But for right now, this is probably the last time we see the level 1 white lion. So thank you all for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. We're all set to go. We did the hunt phase. We got our showdown set up, and we're ready to take on the white lion. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell symbol so you know when the showdown happens. Also, please leave anything in the comments below. I'd love to hear from everyone. If you're ready to see our 4 survivors take on this white lion, then I need you to meet me at the table.